live from the center of the earth. All right. So, welcome to episode 3 of the Trap House 10, where I ask special guests 10 questions in spite of not being able to read or write. If this is your first time joining us tonight, we've got 2 special guests, a father-daughter power duo comprised of sound engineer, producer, and the official Trap House historian, Freckle Brown, and his talented daughter, up-and-coming singer sensation, Maya Caitlin. So, welcome to the show, y'all.
How's it going?
Yeah, so before, just to give the viewers a little bit of context here, I sent over a calendar invite to Freckle over here. We actually scheduled this a couple weeks in advance, and my dumbass actually sent the calendar invite for 9 o'clock in the morning today, and I was out hunting hogs last night, so I didn't get home till 5 a.m. So I slept straight through. I woke up to a text message from you, be like, "Hey man, I'm on this. I'm waiting for the Zoom link."
So I'll tell you something funny I haven't told you is I was actually like texting my friends like, I think he died. He hasn't tweeted today. Like I was like, we were supposed to go like at 9 or at 10 o'clock my time. I'm like supposed to go at 10, and dude hasn't even tweeted. Like I know he hunted last night because I was making fun of his Care Bear shirt. But, like I don't know. And everybody's like, oh gosh, I wonder if he's okay. Like so, but then got a message about noon, and of course, Alamo's over here. Like my bad. So
I set the wrong time, but yeah. So my apologies for that. That was irresponsible of me, and I own the mistake. But I'm glad we were able to get it going on for this evening.
It actually worked better because we were struggling at 10 o'clock because we were up recording last night. So yeah, we were.
Yeah, he got me up at like 10 and was like, Maya, it's 10. I was like, we're gonna be late.
That you weren't supposed to tell.
Is Maya mad at me for waking her up now?
No, not at all. What it was we were actually late, and I was like, oh shit, I messed it up. I ruined it. Because I didn't get here to click on it until like 10:20, but I sent you a message like, hey, I don't really know how to work Zoom, so I was kind of playing it off like I was a dumbass, but yeah, we were actually late too.
No worries. All right, so are you two ready to hop into these questions?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah. Rapid fire. All righty. So I'm gonna start off the softball since this is the first time we've had 2 guests on here. But
okay.
So for those who don't know you, Freckle, who are you? What are you known for? Maya, who are you? What are you known for?
You can go first.
Okay. Well, I sing, and I've been singing on a YouTube channel for how many years? Like 2, 3?
Almost 3.
Well, I started singing with him in 2017, and I posted on my Instagram, and it got like 1,000 views. And then we started making a YouTube channel, and then we kept making them, but they weren't getting that many views, but that's okay. And then we started making our own songs, and now it's on like every platform, and it's on the radio.
That's awesome. Yeah, before we kick things off, I was talking to Caitlin and Freckle about how I've actually been able to witness and have a front seat perspective on watching Maya grow as a singer. I remember you also, Maya, for the record, you have probably the most supportive dad in the entire world. Like,
yeah.
This guy, I've been talking to him about you for years, and he's always pushing and asking for thoughts on like how we can help amplify your voice and things like this. And it's been phenomenal to watch like where you started, where you're at, and like you're still so young. Like you've got so much more to accomplish, and
yeah.
it's gonna be you got a bright future in front of you.
Yeah, like everywhere we go, he's like showing people. He's like, "Did you hear this?" And he plays the song everywhere we're at. He does that.
I just like the song.
All right, Freckle, you're up. Who are you? What are you known for?
I am known for keeping Alamo in check on Twitter because every time he tries to fool anybody, I'm there with the steel trap memory, being like, hold up. That isn't true. Remember, you were like just a dork who was into video games. That like you aren't this cool gun guy anymore. you know. No, actually, all right. So I was a former musician. Um, I say former. I still play. I've got, you can see all the stuff back there. But I was my first tour. I was actually the exact age she is now. A solo pianist. Played overseas. Did like a little mini tour overseas. Then I joined a few bands playing drums. Went did like an East Coast tour. But then I decided to step away from playing music and went into music production. And that's where I went on big tours, like hit every state in the US in 1 year. Was on tour for about 5 years, just doing these big 20,000 people concerts. I was the sound engineer, the lighting engineer, stage manager, I mean, whatever they needed. And then I did the MLB All-Star game in San Diego, and the company that contracted me sent nobody out. I was there by myself doing two concerts in front of Major League Baseball. And I was just like, all right, that's it. I can't do this anymore. And that was my last concert. I retired then and came back here. And then about a year later, maybe a year and a half later, we started doing covers. And I kind of got my fix for music again. And then it just kept going. And now I'm like all the way in it, like underwater in it. So
yeah, and that's one of the things I remember most about you when you started posting more of your. I think you started with like an old keyboard that you were posting recordings of on Twitter, and like you play a lot of instruments, man. Like, what all do you play?
All right, so I've played piano since I was about 6. Guitar I picked up about 13. Then everything else is kind of a blur, but I can rapid list them off. So got piano, guitar, bass guitar, cello, lap steel, drums, banjo, ukulele, and that might be it. It's somewhere around 8 or 9, something like that.
And do you have any formal training, or are you all self-taught?
No, I wish I could read music, but I can't, unfortunately. I can read.
I wish I could read words.
I know. I've seen your tweets. I know. So,
what about you, Maya? Do you play any instruments aside from singing?
No, I learned how to play the ukulele. I've learned one song on there, but I don't remember how to play it. And then piano, I don't play it, but it's like pretty easy to learn something. I forget it really easily, but like just today he taught me something and I got it pretty quickly. But
yeah, she learns the exact same way I do. She just doesn't, like she's so like she's very lucky. She has the voice. I don't have that. That's why I have to play so many instruments, just so people think I'm cool. Like,
it's why I have so many guns, so people will think I'm cool.
Oh, well, Twitter says it's for a different reason, but whatever.
All right, let's see. All right, so cool. So we got the softball question out. This one's for your dad. Question number 2. So we've been friends on Twitter for I clock it at 7 years. I don't know. Is that about right for you?
Yeah, I think I was looking back. I just had my 8-year anniversary on Twitter, so you were pretty much one of the first celebrities I met. So.
I would object to that word being used in reference to me.
Well, I didn't know how to say it in Ocean Hispanic. So.
Oh man, but so we've been buddies, and we've dubbed you the official Trap House historian. So I gotta know, man, what are some of the more interesting observations you've seen over the years?
So there's the adaptability to go from whatever's trending at all. Like, obviously, I know how you got all your followers. But
and that's not a secret. So to lean into that a little bit, My Twitter account started as like an engineering experiment. I automated everything on my Twitter. I was scraping the top memes from Reddit, auto posting them, auto following, auto liking, and like ain't no shame to my game, baby.
Yeah. You posted the dad VFX video, and all of a sudden everything just blew up. Like you were suggested to everybody. So that VFX video, I think people thought that was you, like you had done that.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like it was your pinned tweet for what, 5 years, something like that.
Like three.
Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, that you went up to what? I mean, what was your peak?
Like
numbers?
115, 118, and then the Great Liberty Purge of January 2021 happened. Now I'm a peasant again, back under 100,000.
Yeah. So, yeah, I would say you were able to go from shit posting to like jumping right into the retro game community, doing giveaways, stuff like that. And then you went for a little while back to nothing but beans. And I don't, and then there was
literally beans. Like I was
like,
just posting about love of beans.
It was like 6 months. Every tweet was beans. And then eventually I think you found your forever home as like 2A Twitter. I think you're like the sweetheart of 2A Twitter. That's I can't remember what the actual
Bob Ross
of 2A Twitter. That's what it is.
Or maybe the Julia Roberts of 2A Twitter.
Oh yeah, pretty woman over there. Yeah, but it's So I would say like that journey of trying to figure out what's a real tweet and what's not. I mean, you might have had like 6 real tweets since I've known you. So
they've been more. I turned the bots off about a year ago because Twitter got a little more strict with how that operates. So most of what you see now is me.
Then I just try to do like subtle burns on all of like your shit posts. So
sometimes they hurt my feelings.
It's all love, man. It's all in fun, I expect it back, but you're too sweet, man.
I know, man. I just try to put positivity in the world, unless you try to take my guns.
Yeah. Or unless you mischaracterize what a gun is used for. That's the one I've seen. Or you're a communist.
There's like kind of
was like that one meme that you use for them. I won't say the phrase,
the juggernaut.
The juggernaut meme that you use for that. There was like 2 straight days where that was all you tweeted. It was like I would go to my timeline and you were tweeting them so fast that I couldn't see anybody else's stuff at all in my timeline because it was just that meme over and over and over and over again.
Yeah. Caitlin, don't go to my timeline. It's a place where people go to lose all hope and faith in humanity.
So she doesn't want to correct you, but I have no problem with that. So yeah, it's like Maya Caitlin is like the stage name, so she's always just kind of gone by Maya because that's her real first name. So I'll tell you the story on the name. So she was 14 when we started recording originals, and I didn't really want her first and last name out there because I was like, man, if she's 14, we're like heavily promoting it. If she ever wants to stop, I don't want her to be like easily searchable and stuff. So we decided on Maya Caitlin, and it just sounds like really pretty. It sounds official and stuff, and it sounds Irish, so I like it.
No, it's a great name. It's a great name. So moving on to question 3. So Maya, I'm pronouncing that right?
Yes.
All right, cool. So I hear you've got some big news, and I've got it right here in my hand. But why don't you what's new in your world? Why don't you tell the Trap House what's going on?
Well, we made a record for my first ever song that was on the radio, and it's Break. But that's not the first song we did, but it's the first one that was on the radio. And just now we were working on my fourth original song just now.
Yeah, unfortunately I sold my record player like 2.5 years ago, but my community center has like 80 record players that are all working. So I'm actually gonna go throw this on there and listen to it on a PA system.
Yeah, I have the record, but I don't have a record player either, so I haven't heard it on there.
I'm sure it sounds fantastic. What was that process like for you? Like going through recording, and then like what was it like seeing it like in real life?
Well, the whole process was really nerve-wracking, and I was so like I didn't want to mess up. I felt like successful people didn't mess or anything, which is not true. But seeing like the final thing, it was like just a sweet moment. It was like heartfelt because he put a lot of work into it. I did too. So it was just like the whole thing done was just very nice. We were both proud.
What's it like? Did you guys record this in your home studio, or did you do it in a outside studio?
Our home one, but we just met up with someone to do it in a professional one. But all of this was done at home.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's so cool to see that like y'all two are like tag teaming world domination here, and pushing your incredible talent at such a young age, like, and get you out there. Like it's really awesome to see. Like this is the world needs more of this father-daughter support here. Like and like I talk to folks about your dad. I'm like, that's the kind of dad I want to be. I ain't got kids. I don't think I'm legally allowed to have kids, actually. I can't even have a podcast. They don't trust me with a podcast, let alone another living human life.
Tell them about how the 4 songs work together.
Okay, so if we could get closer is like it's supposed to be in order, and the first one is if we could get closer, and it's about like you meet the person and like you fall in love with them and everything's going good. And then the second one is break or hold on, and that's when things are starting to get like they're starting to have issues in the relationship, and they're trying to hold on, and you don't want to let go because you care about it a lot. And then the next one is break. Liar, and it's just like y'all are breaking up and he's lying, and you don't want that.
He's lying.
Yeah. He's lying.
Why can't it be she's lying?
I'm not lying, he's lying. And then what's the last one?
Break is the one where you're finding yourself again, like you're pushing through all the bad stuff you've been through.
Yeah.
And that's the first one that made it on the radio. It was the 4th song in the story.
Yeah, because he all along he knew that it was going to be like in an order like that, but I didn't. Because if you think about each song separately, it has like a different meaning, but when you put them all together, well, for me at least, it had a different meaning, but when you put them all together, it like all adds up to the same topic.
Ah, that's awesome. So like you arguably your first EP is a concept album.
Yep, exactly. It tells one story over the whole thing, and they'll be arranged on the album in like if you listen from start to finish, it'll tell one whole. It'll have one redeeming arc in the story. So
it's awesome. And do you write the lyrics, Kate? Maya?
No, I don't write the lyrics, but he has a friend in Seattle who sings them, but we tweak a lot of the words because
no, that's totally cool. I mean, it's a whole like I've got a ton of respect for folks who can sing, because hearing me sing sounds probably very similar to like racking a Glock. Like that's all it sounds. It's just percussive.
we went shooting today, just so you know.
Oh
yeah.
Wait, what'd you shoot?
The 2 of them I don't know what they were, but I shot mine, which was a Glock 43X, and the reason I like it is because it's green and that's a favorite color, and it has like the Celtic.
Yeah.
And I'm Irish, so
yeah,
I like it a lot.
I remember when your dad was working on that. That's an awesome one. What? So Glock 43. What else do you shoot? I know what your dad shoots. But I'm interested in what you like shooting.
What was the Nintendo like?
The 17.
Oh yeah,
17?
the Nintendo Zapper Glock 17. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another one your dad's famous for.
Yeah, I shot that one too today, and then whatever Meredith's one is.
I made my oldest daughter a Glock 19. It's a Smurf blue. So
Awesome.
I just test fired it for the first time today and gave it to her. Her birthday's in May. So
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We need more shooters in the world, and we need more talented female shooters as well. So I'm glad your dad's
dude, she does so much better than me. She does so much better than me.
What's the furthest shot you've taken?
You hit 100. You hit the watermelon at 100.
Well, I just remember like 3 years ago, I was so scared to even shoot a BB gun. I would not do it. And then now I always am like, can we go shooting? Because I like it. So.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And 100 yards, I know I get yelled at by boomer fuds on Twitter all the time that can't hit something at 100 yards. So you are well ahead.
She hit the 100-yard. She hit a watermelon at 100 yards. Or a pumpkin, I'm sorry, a pumpkin at 100 yards with a 22. And that and it wasn't there wasn't no wind, and a 22 is small, but she likes shooting my AR a lot. I think you saw the video of her shooting that before I did the Nerf conversion and all that. But yeah, there's a video of her shooting that indoor at the range. So
that's awesome. I actually got to get that from you so I can weave that into this interview. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'll see if I can. Yeah, I'll send you I'll tag you in it on Twitter.
Okay, cool. Oh, actually, just text it to me.
Okay, cool.
All right, and then also as a follow up, so what music do you listen to? Like, you're not allowed. Let me caveat that by saying you're not allowed to say everything.
Okay, well. I don't listen to everything, but I do listen to a lot of different genres. People like hate on me, but I love country music, and I'm going to a country singer's concert soon. But anyways, I listen to a lot of pop music, and I listen to rap, and I listen to country, and I know one metal song that I like from him, and
it's an acquired taste.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much it.
What's in constant rotation these days? I know people, including myself, go through phases where I'll go 3 months where all I listen to is bluegrass. I'll go another 3 months where all I listen to is Dirty South hip hop, and then I'll go another 3 months where all I listen to is audiobooks. So what kind of phase are you in right now?
There's some people are just rap and that's all they like, and then there's some that listen to everything except country, and I'm just in the middle of that because I like
He's asking what artists are in your
playlist. What artists?
What artists are in your playlist right now?
I don't know if you'll know who they are, but
she called you old. She just called you old.
Do I look old?
Okay. Do you know who Machine Gun Kelly is?
Yes, I know who Machine Gun Kelly is.
Okay. And I listen to Luke Combs too. And Black Bear and some rappers.
Which rappers? Lil B?
Polo G, Lil Uzi Vert.
Okay.
Lil Baby. A little bit of Dub Baby, not that much though.
Because that's two different people, old ass.
Yeah.
I'm
two
joking.
different people.
I'll be honest, Caitlin. I really did only recognize maybe 4 of those things. Oh, the end is near,
dude. This was my job, and I know I'm probably right in the same boat as you. I'm all right, cool. I only know one of the babies because he's from Charlotte, and that's where we are.
Baby, that's dope.
Yeah. So that's the only reason I've even heard of that guy.
That's cool. I spent a lot of time in Charlotte. I used to have family out there, but I lived in Raleigh for a minute. I know we talked about that. I think Charlotte's cooler than Raleigh.
Oh, definitely. Way cooler. Charlotte's the shit, man. Y'all, yeah. I mean, our barbecue, holy cow. Like,
Yeah.
mhm.
All right. So a question. Next question's for both of you. So like whoever wants to take it, you can both chime in on one another. But so what are some of the challenges y'all have faced? Like getting in the process of getting your music out there, getting it recorded. Like what's that world look like? Because I know a lot of folks don't know a lot about like how the music industry works.
If you want to talk about the distance, I will talk about the production part.
The distance.
Yeah. You don't live here.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, the biggest thing for me was not the distance. It's like trying to share my music with people because I just am so shy and I don't tell anybody. And the only people that I told was like my best friend, and then he ended up telling other people. But I don't even I don't even sing in front of my mom. The only person that I really will sing in front of is him. So that's why I'm like nervous about the new producer and stuff. But anyways, another thing was distance. Yeah, I see him like twice a month maybe, and come stay the weekend because I live in Monroe and he lives in Mount Pleasant, so it's like 40 minutes.
Mhm.
Yeah, so he does all the stuff when I'm gone, and he'll like send me emails and stuff about it, or he'll text me about it, and he'll send me links to what he's done so far. But I don't actually record, but like rarely.
Yeah.
And then we do it all in within like a day or two.
That's awesome.
So I do a lot of the pre-production here. I'll write a few parts and we share an email. So what I'll do is I'll email like our shared one and I'll send a text, be like, let me know what you think of this. And she'll say, oh, okay, I like that. And then I'll make changes and I'll be like, do you like this change better or this change better? And it's pretty much remote working is what we're doing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That sounds very familiar.
Yeah. And so it's a lot of back and forth between us. And then once we get where the music is finalized and she likes that, I'll send it off to my buddy Ron. He'll come up with, like, so he'll ask me what I want it to be about. I'll give him a few ideas, maybe a few starter lines, stuff like that, and then he'll send over a lyric sheet. She'll go through, be like, well, I don't like how this is worded, and she'll reach or change that up, or she'll like, I don't like that it goes up here. I'd rather keep on the minor third or whatever it is. And so even though she says she doesn't write the lyrics, that isn't all the way true, because the concept is sent to us, but then she'll go in and
goes through a refinement process.
Yeah, and she has a lot of say in that. But for the most part, yeah, the hardest part is me being done with it. I'm not a patient person. So me being done with my part, and then like, all right, so Maya's not going to be here until next Saturday. I wonder if she can record it on her phone and I can mix it. No, I'll just wait. I'll wait till she gets here. So like me sitting here, and then what happens is I start tweaking it way beyond what I should, because I'll start messing it up. And so I have to just walk away or start writing a new song or something, and because I will ruin a song in a heartbeat just by sitting here like, oh, I wonder if I had bagpipes, if that'd be cool. No, it isn't. So,
but wait for that bagpipe drop, B.
No, I know. No, it's like, dude, like if I ever get to add that to a song, then y'all are in trouble, man.
It's over, fam.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that actually answered my follow-up question about like what the process looked like, so we can go ahead and skip that one. And then so Maya, out of curiosity, what's school like these days? Like absent COVID and like school from home or whatnot.
Well, personally, I am struggling with just specific classes because are you talking about with COVID?
Like, oh no, I just meant more like generally, like what is school like in 2021 versus like when I was in school.
Okay, well now I can't really answer that because I do all online right now. But before that, it was like I always complained about how I hated it, but now that I don't go, it's like I'm bored all the time and I want to go. But after spring break, they're starting back up 5 days a week, but I can't go anyway because I just got a new puppy. So I'm staying online because I have to take care of him and stuff. Because you can't.
What kind of puppy you get?
He's a German Shepherd and a Black Lab mix.
Aw. What's his name?
Tucker.
It's a good name. Good name.
You have to text me a picture and I'll text it to him. He'll throw it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody loves puppies.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Give Tucker a pet for me next time you see him.
All right.
And what's it like balancing music and school? Like, do you follow a rigid schedule? Do you just kind of make it happen when you can? Like, what do you? How do you balance all that?
Yeah, it's not really a struggle. I have enough time to do both, pretty much, because
It's awesome.
the music I like learn it in a day. Like I'll listen to it a couple times, and then once I get here, I learn it then. So I never really like stress about having enough time for both because it just like all falls through.
Except today when she had to finish her homework before we could start the podcast.
Yeah, but that didn't take long. It took like 30 minutes to do all my classes, so that wasn't that bad.
Mhm.
Which subject was obstructing my guest?
It was fashion merchandising, which is a class I didn't even sign up for, and I'm failing it.
Mhm.
And it gives me the most homework.
It's fine. Fashion's subjective anyway.
Mhm. It's fashion merchandising.
Oh,
Yeah.
merchandising. Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah.
Because I signed up for Spanish too, and they put me in that instead because they didn't have like room for me, I guess.
How do you not have room in virtual?
My other question with that is how often do you spend like actually like sitting down diligent practicing with your singing and stuff like that per week?
Yes, Maya. How long do you spend practicing?
Oh no,
Well,
did I open a can of worms?
He sends me it like weeks before and he tells me to practice it and I don't. And then I get here and he's like, so do you know it? And I'm like, it'll just take like a couple, which it really does. It doesn't take that long. But I don't know anything. But I learn it pretty quickly, so it's okay. But yeah, he gives me time to learn it and I don't use that time.
Oh man. I sense this is a disruption in the partnership here on time management.
No, it's okay. So I work second shift. My schedule is from 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. So what I'll do is I'll normally get up about 10. I'll come out here to the studio, drink coffee, and work on, if I have something recorded, I'll work on, like EQing that or getting a good bass mix. And if I don't, then I'll work on writing new material. Like I'm working on one now that I'm hoping can maybe be incorporated as a secret song in the 4-song EP, but if not, it's not going to break my heart. But and then I'll go to work, and when I get off, if it wasn't a hectic day, I'll come back out here, and because I tend to do better writing at that time than I do like just waking up. So I'll come out here and like tinker around with one of them, see if I have anything I like, and record like a little demo or something, and then go on to bed. And so most of my time is here. And then so it doesn't really bother me because like she said, she's got a really good ear and I can play it like 1 or 2 times and she's got it. It's just a matter of memorizing lyrics. But with the way we got like a little 10-inch tablet in there that just displays the lyrics all like nice and big, and so it's not really an issue. It's not like when I was a kid. I played every day from the time I was like 8 years old to now.
Yeah, but they didn't even have phones back then.
She just called you old. They had carrier pigeons.
We had phones, they just had cables attached to them. So.
I remember those. All right, so this is a question for both of you. Second to last one. What's on the radar? Like, what are you working on for the next, like, say, 3-6 months? Like, where your priorities at on this?
Okay, so let me take it. Okay, so right now we are currently recording the last song in the 4-song EP. I'm doing pre-production on it, or we're both doing pre-production on it right now. She's recording her lyrics so that she can go back and listen, see if there's anything she wants to change before we go on to Paul, who's the new recording engineer or recording producer, record producer. Jeez. And so we're probably going to spend a few weeks in his studio, recording and doing all the mixed, and then he's going to do the mastering after I'm out of there. And then it's really on to just promoting. That's going to be if you're wanting a 6-month window, that's going to be my life for now until that 6 months ends, because I've got a distribution deal. So it's very easy for me to, it's got to where now I can just send the files like as WAV files, and they'll be on iTunes or Spotify within 24 hours.
Mhm.
So once I got through the figuring out process of how to do all that, it moved. It's really easy now. I guess we got approved, like our music's okay, and we sent it on. But as soon as that hits, it's just on to promoting, trying to build a fan base on her social. She has an official Instagram and an official TikTok, and try to build those numbers up on that. And that's going to be what the big goal is for 6 months.
Great. And that's actually a perfect segue into my last question. So
Hmm.
Maya, where can the people find you?
TikTok, Maya,
Oh, what's your handle?
Maya Caitlin,
Mhm.
and then Instagram, Maya Caitlin.
Yeah, I think those are the two we've set up. I haven't set up a Twitter for her yet.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. That's a terrible place.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I had a Twitter, he would run that. I don't know how to use Twitter.
Yeah.
So
I don't either.
I don't think any of us do.
It's like, I wonder if this picture of my thigh will get likes. That's pretty much how it goes.
Oh, you always have me to count on.
No, I know. All I gotta do, like, I just gotta nudge Alamo a few times, like, hey man, did you see that tweet that I put out the other day? I thought it was kind of funny. He's like, oh yeah, hold on, and he'll retweet it. And then I was like, yay, I get attention.
Clout is an addictive drug. This is your brain. Like what you're seeing right here is your brain on clout addiction. Oh man, and Freckle, where can people find you, man?
Just Twitter. Well, that isn't true. I do have a TikTok.
Oh, he's not that old.
like how long ago? Like 2 months, I asked him to make one with me, and he refused. And then the next time I came over, he was making me make one with him.
Or he was having you show him how to use it.
Yeah, and he told me to make one with him, and he posted it, but he wouldn't make one with me.
Yeah. So my TikTok is the only social that isn't at Freckle Brown. It's because I didn't want it to be me. It's really just for me to promote her. So it's at Woodshed Studio.
Woodshed Studio.
Yeah, and it's just music. It doesn't have any of my dumb opinions like Twitter does or whatever. It's more the real me than Twitter is. But yeah, that's the, like, Twitter's at, let me make sure I got it right. I've only had it for 8 years. Yeah, Freckle_Brown.
All right. That's cool. I'll get links from you and I'll throw them in the description of the YouTube channel. I'll also put an overlay where people can click to go directly to each of those pages. So, but yeah, that's everything. That's a wrap for Trap House 10. Thank you so much, Freckle.
It was great.
Freckle Brown and Maya Caitlin, rather. I called you both Maya and Freckle Brown. Maya Brown don't sound that bad.
Maya Brown.
Maya Caitlin sound pretty good too.
Yeah. It was a pleasure. I appreciate you having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you both. It's great to see what you two are building. I'm really excited, and keep your head up, Maya. You got a bright future ahead of you, and we're everyone here in the Trap House. We're cheering for you. You too, Freckle. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.